Everyone. I praise God that He has given me another opportunity to share a glimpse of one of my sermons that I have preached maybe 12 to 15 years ago. This sermon that I preached was based upon faith, in which I have talked about three kinds of faith and what is the kind of faith that God expects from us. So the first example that I have given here is the faith with doubt or a doubtful faith. This we see in the life of Thomas, that we see in John chapter 20 verses 24 and following. Here we see after the resurrection of Jesus, when Thomas hears about it, he says that I would like to touch and see whether it is really Jesus who has resurrected. Only then I will believe. His faith is based upon condition. His faith is based upon proofs. His faith is a faith with doubt. He wanted to believe, but to have that faith, there is a step of doubt that he needs to cross. So the first faith that we see here is a faith with doubt. The second example that I would like to give to all of us here is from the life of Peter. We see an incident in Matthew chapter 14 verses 22 through 33. When Jesus was walking on the water and disciples, they saw him. And here is Peter who wanted to go to Jesus by walking on the water. And he asked Jesus that can he come? And Jesus says, okay, come on. And then Peter starts walking on the water. His eyes are upon Jesus and he starts walking upon the water. But after a while, what happens is slowly Peter diverts his vision from Jesus towards the waves and the storm. And that's where the problem starts. He starts to sink in the water. He goes down. He had a faith, but his faith was a wavering faith. His faith was based upon the circumstances and situation. As long as he was having a strong faith, he was walking on the water. But as soon as he started looking here and there, his faith started wavering. But dear friends, the third example of faith that I'm giving here is unshakable faith. Unwavering, unshakable faith. A faith that stands still. Here is a woman who was having a bleeding, who was affected with bleeding for 12 years, 12 long years. A lady who is terribly sick. And we all know whenever Jesus used to go around and doing his ministry, there used to be a crowd around him. So maybe this lady was not able to have a communication with him, to have a kind of conversation with him. But see the faith of this lady. She says that even if I touch the corner of his cloak, I'm going to be healed. Wow, what a faith we see here. She don't need communication. She don't need a conversation. But her faith says that even if I'm not able to have a communication with Jesus, even if I touch the corner of his cloak, I'm going to be healed. This is called unshakable faith, unwaverable faith. And then we see what the result of this faith was. She touches the corner of Jesus' cloak and she gets healed. Her faith got reward here. My dear friends, these are three examples of faith that we commonly find, especially the first two that we commonly see in the life of believers. Faith with doubt. Faith which wavers at times, looking at the situations and circumstances. But what God expects from us, dear friends, is this strong, unwavering, unshakable faith that we see in the life of this woman. Dear friends, in our journey of Christianity, in our journey of Christian life, let us have this third kind of faith which never shakes, which is unshakable, which is unwavering faith. May God bless us through this encouragement, and may we be able to have this strong faith and grow more in God. May God bless us. Thank you.